fifth graders. Welcome to Language Today. We're on pages 32 and 33. We're going to be talking about proper nouns today. So we've been working with regular nouns. We've done verbs. And here we're distinguishing between two types of nouns. A common noun and a proper noun. So we know common is just some ordinary person, place, thing, or idea there's no title to it. It's not a particular person, place, thing, or idea, such as like boy, girl, teacher, state, city, month. Those are very vague. They're not a particular type of noun, right? But here we have a few proper nouns, okay? So I know a particular person who is John, right? The boy's name is John, okay? So boy is common because it could be any boy, but John is a specific boy, a particular boy, okay? Girl is just any girl, but Lisa is a specific girl, okay? Teacher is just any teacher, but Mrs. Harvey is a specific teacher, okay? State could be any state. Louisiana is a specific state, okay? City could be any city. Lafayette is a particular city, a specific city. Month could be any month. July is a specific month, okay? So we get the idea of what's common. Common could be any old thing, right? Or any unnamed thing. But proper nouns are specific named nouns, okay? Specific ones. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this off of the board. You will do Think A on page 32. And there's a list of different things like book, song, disciple, day, city, girl, river, month. And you will take the correlating letters on the right and match the proper nouns to the common nouns, okay? All right, so that's your activity for this first part. The next part, and look closely, it says, a common or proper noun which ends with an apostrophe S. Let's say like, this is Mrs. Harvey's apostrophe S. Mrs. Harvey, something belongs to Mrs. Harvey. It's Mrs. Harvey's class. So the class belongs to Mrs. Harvey. This apostrophe S makes this no longer a noun, okay? Apostrophe S means that it tells whose class. And we'll get to adjectives that tell which one, what kind, how many, or whose. This is now an adjective. This noun, Mrs. Harvey, a person, with the apostrophe S is no longer a noun. It is now an adjective that tells whose, okay? Something belongs to the person if there's an apostrophe S. Okay, something belongs. All right, so please keep that in mind. So in Look Close, it says, my sister's friend will visit on Saturday. So sisters has an apostrophe S on it. It says that the friend belongs to the sister. It's the sister's friend, right? So sisters is not a noun. It is an adjective. Okay, so do not mistake words, nouns that have an apostrophe S. They are not nouns. They are adjectives. Okay, and then Tom's dog is a collie. Okay, Tom is a person. However, because Tom has apostrophe S after his name, it is no longer a noun in this sentence. It is now an adjective. Okay, so don't confuse those. Anytime you see apostrophe S, it takes the noun out of the picture and replaces it as an adjective. So for Think B, you're going to write a proper noun for each of those common nouns that are listed, okay? You can do that in your own time. We could probably share a few. So like our country, if we utilize the United States of America, that's our country, right? School, PCA is a school, Philadelphia Christian Academy, right? An automobile, I like to go with Chevy. Chevy is an automobile, right? Sorry, y'all. I'm Chevy girl. All right. And then continent. You know, we have 7 continents. Choose one. We're in North America. That would be a continent. Street, whatever street you live on or whatever street is nearby. We can say Willow Street for where our church is located, right? Church, Philadelphia Christian Church, or whatever church you may choose to put there. Teacher, Mrs. Briscoe, Mrs. Harvey, right? Language, English is a language, French is a language, right? Spanish is a language. So any type of language, right? Okay, so we've kind of gone over Think B. Just go ahead and do Think A. I will send you the answers for Think A. We're moving on to page 33. Okay, so far page 33. Think C gives you an exercise to do. I'm going to write one of the sentences on the board. Number 1 is already done, so I'm just going to kind of talk about number 1. Then I'll put number 2 on the board and we'll work through it. And then you'll do the rest of the exercise. I will send you the answers once we are done on tomorrow, okay? So the announcer said that Bill Edwards won the contest, okay? So first instruction, remember when we have more than one instruction, we have to read through all of it and do all of the instructions, all of the steps, okay? So the first instruction says, underline all common nouns. Those are not specific, okay? It could be any noun, all right? And then rule number 2, or instruction number 2 says, capitalize all proper nouns, okay? And the first one's already done for you. So notice that the word the, T-H-E, remember our articles A, A-N, and T-H-E, A, N, and the, are signals that a noun is following, right? So it has the announcer. So the what? Announcer. Should announcer be capitalized? It is a specific announcer, or is it just regular, ordinary, common announcer, right? It's common, so you would underline it, okay? So the announcer said that Bill Edwards. So Bill Edwards is obviously a person, and it's the name of a particular person, a specific person. So notice that they did not underline it. It is not a common noun, so we do not underline it, okay? But we do capitalize it because it says in instruction number 2, capitalize the proper nouns. So because Bill and Edwards, like a first and last name, please, I will start, looking at your papers, and when you do not capitalize your first and last name, you will lose points because we are covering it now, and you know better, so when we know better, we do better, right? Okay, so capitalize the B on Bill because it's his first name. Capitalize the E on Edwards because it is the first letter of his last name, all right? So the announcer said that Bill Edwards won there's that word again, the what? Contest. So is a specific contest, the name of a contest, or is it just any contest, right? So contest is common because it is not titled. It is not a specific name. So let's write number 2 on the board. Okay, so number 2 says the state of Louisiana. I'm just going to write it slowly. All right, the state of Louisiana is shaped like a boot, comma, with its toe in the Gulf of Mexico. Period. All right. So let's work through this a little bit. Okay, it's a pretty lengthy sentence, has a few nouns in it. So what is rule number 1, or what is instruction number 1? Underline all common nouns, right? So, I capitalized for you. I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to capitalize for you. Okay, that's just the teacher in me, I guess. Kind of hard to not write it correctly. All right, so the state of Louisiana is shaped like a boot with its toe in the Gulf of Mexico. So we know anytime we see A, A-N or T-H-E is going to be followed by some type of noun, right? So the what? State, right? Let's look through the sentence. Oh, look, that word A. A what? Boot. Doesn't name a particular kind of boot. Doesn't name a particular state. It just says state, right? Look through the sentence again. There's the what? Here's Gulf. Now, when we look at Gulf, it could be, if it was not of Mexico, right? Just a Gulf, some Gulf, not a particular Gulf, then it would be common. But because it's the Gulf of Mexico, it's a specific Gulf, we are going to capitalize Gulf and Mexico. Of is a two-letter word, does not need to be capitalized, right? Okay, but Gulf and Mexico are the proper title of which Gulf they're talking about. So it said to put a strike through and put a capital G, a strike through and put a capital M. However, if you use the proofreader's marks, I'm still okay with that. I know that if you've had fourth grade at PCA last year, you do know the proofreader's marks, and we did kind of touch it at the beginning of this school year. So if you do know how to properly utilize them, fine, go ahead and use them. But if you don't, it's fine. Follow the book, put a strike through, and capitalize it on top. So go back through your sentence. The state of, well, wait, there's a specific state, right? State of Louisiana. Louisiana is a specific state, so you would capitalize, right? So the state of Louisiana is shaped like a boot with its what? Toe. Is there a specific toe? Is it a name of a toe? No, but it is a thing, right? Always go back and check your sentence so that you don't leave any points on the table, okay? All right, with its toe in the Gulf of Mexico. So this is what your sentence should look like when you're done. You have state, boot, and toe that are common nouns, and you have Louisiana and Gulf, Mexico are proper nouns, okay? All right, so you will finish numbers 3 through 10, all right? Do not worry about right D for this time, okay? I'm going to make a note. Do not worry about right D. Remember E, you will underline the verbs. How many times do we underline verbs? We underline verbs twice. So underline the verbs 2 times in the sentences and make sure that you watch for verb phrases and compound verbs. Remember, a verb phrase is more than one word. More than one word that makes up one verb, right? So, will, be, going. All 3 of these are verbs. Will is a helping verb. Be is a helping verb in a state of being verb, and going is an action verb, right? So if I say I will be going home, will be going is my verb phrase. It's 3 words that make one verb. I'm only doing one thing, all right? Okay, on the other hand, if I say I will go and stay for a while. For a while, okay? So here, I have will go. My conjunction tells me I'm doing more than one thing. I will go and stay, okay? So I'm going and I'm staying. I'm doing 2 things. This is a compound verb, okay? This is compound. This is verb phrase, okay? There's a difference. Compound verb, 2 things. Verb phrase, 3 words, 1 thing, okay? 2 or more words, okay? It could be 2, could be 3, or more. All right. So go ahead and underline your verbs twice. Look out for your verb phrases and your compound verbs. I will send you the answers for these pages for review. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Go ahead and send me a text, and I will answer you as soon as I can, okay? Have a blessed day, guys.